So who's Jodi and what do I do? Jodi is a flamboyant, creative soul who originates from Nelson Mandela Bay, and I've been in the entertainment industry and then found myself gradually moving away from it, and now in the fashion industry as well. So I am currently known as a fashion designer. So for the entertainment industry, how it started out for me is when I was a child, I was a Yo TV presenter. So back in the day with Mandisa Nakana, Shade Gilberti, Byron. So we used to all present together, and I had a segment as well, which we did like the show together. And then I had the Blue Couch as well, which interviewed all these like sports legends, basically, so to say. It was really awesome to be a part of that. And then from there, I moved on to Isidingo, where I played this gangster who raped Lolly. I think the greatest compliment I always get is people like, you, like, you all right? So I think when they meet me in person, I think it's the greatest compliment because they're like, okay, shit, you can act, eh? You can act. So from that to some Afrikaans, then went down to Cape Town, did a lot of TV commercials, international, and then national commercials as well. Launched the Spur Breakfast, launched the ATA campaign for Telkom. So quite a lot of in the entertainment industry over there, and then some MC work and stuff. And through that, I then was a part of a show called Come Dine With Me. And this was an African version of the UK show. And then I wore bow tie in every show. And after winning it, people were like, where's your bow tie? Where's your bow tie? And I was just like, could that be maybe my little moment to have been ready for? Because I've been searching for an entrepreneurial experience in my life. And that's how the business started, basically, as a designer. So the starting point for us was definitely on the bow ties. That's where we were at. We wanted to create something that was different, something that was unique. I'm obviously not, creating the wheel, no, I'm reinventing the wheel. I'm adding a little bit of flamboyance, and character and brightness and fun to the wheel. So that's how we started basically off with the bow ties, so that men could have accessories that was affordable, but also unique and different, So they had that opportunity to express themselves in such a way that they could be like, oh, okay, geez, never ever took you out for the guy with a clock bow tie. Yeah, that's me, So we kind of like created that opportunity for gents in South Africa. So that's what the brand was really created by, so to say. Yeah. I think fashion has always been a part of who I am. Listen, there's a saying that goes in, the community that are you in the closet? I think as a gay person, we are just really born with this innate flair for fashion, decor. So it's definitely something that's not going to ever leave you or something that's ever going to just hit you. I think it's something you always have. It's something that you are definitely born with. And I was definitely born with it as well. And I think me finding it through the entertainment journey, it was basically a road that I had to take to get to this point. So this was definitely where I had to be. It wasn't definitely anything that really happened. I think at the end of the day as well, that you have this moment where you're like, oh, that aha moment, that Oprah Winfrey moment where it's like that bulb clicks. You're like, oh, this is it. Because that journey of self-discovery, So that's basically how it started for me. And always knowing there was always a part of me, because I love clothing, I love, fashion, I love watching people. I'm that silent crit, in the background. I'm like, girl, don't you have friends? Type of thing. So it's always been there. You know what works, you know what doesn't work. And I think the great part is understanding, okay, I could actually make a business from what I love. And that part is the aha moment, the little click where you're like, okay, that's fantastic. Yes. I think that style is definitely something that you can either be born with, but it can also be taught. I think this is where fashion has really taken a complete full circle right now, and people are really tapping into it as well. Stylists are becoming the biggest things right now as well, because you actually have someone who can advise you, someone who can train your brain how to basically think in terms of what your body shape is like, what would work, what won't work, what color matches your skin tone. So with regards to fashion, first and foremost, there's the experience where like some people have it naturally. You look at them, you're like, Okay, I sees you, And then you have other people who just need a little help because their focus could maybe be in a different industry that's far removed from fashion. So I think this is the way you have to understand that those who do know fashion should then come in and use their skill to show you and train your brain as well and be like, because you start watching people be like, oh, wow, I would have gone for that top. Yes, we know you'd have gone for that top, but maybe you should try and go for this one. And watching people grow, evolve, and change and become more of themselves through fashion. I think that's the incredible part. So therefore, you can be taught. And fashion is something that you can be taught. You can be taught how to apply makeup. You can be taught how to wear your hair, what shape, your face suits your hair better, or what type of thing you would be wearing in terms of your clothing, your body, if you're an apple shape, if you're a pear shape, if you're an orange shape, you know. So therefore you figure out like what works for you as well. Yeah, definitely something can be taught on the fashion side. So at the JD collections, which stand for the Jodi Deerling collection, the type of things that we make are the bow ties, which are all the unique type of things. So we basically use like zips, for example. We make bow ties out of leather. We make bow ties out of feathers as well. If I say zips, I'm speaking about the actual zips. So we make bow ties out of. So we have the bow tie collection. Then we also have the tie collection. We do pocket squares. We do cravats. We do gorgeous neck scarves, which we do like faux fur as well as our Meltons. We do the kids range as well. We do like bow ties for kids. We have this gorgeous bow because we believe fashion is something you must start from the beginning, you know. So we basically like prepare kids as well. We do leather bags. We do leather shoes. This is also one of our pieces right here as well, you know. So these are kind of like the type of things we make, and all our products are handmade. And we are only focusing on being like South Africa's #1 handmade accessories brand. So that's kind of where we are trying to find our way in, you know, to making sure this is what the mark we'd like to leave behind in South Africa before we go international. So we started off the brand being only for men because it was definitely something we thought this focus is important. We need to focus on men. We need to let them know that there are accessories you can be playing around with, that you can be using as well, that's going to enhance your look. But now we've also shifted very gradually into making accessories for women as well, because you find the accessories on the women's side can complement the men. So that's kind of where we are at right now, making sure if you are two guys together, if you are two women together, if you are a man and a woman together, we can accessorize you in any sort of a way. Yes. So celebrities that we have styled and worked with before as well, we've had the honor of creating this beautiful feather bow tie for Miss Quimby, for Bonang Mateva herself. And then we also did for Sivin Gezi, when he was on Strictly Come Dancing, we made all these lovely accessories like bow ties and ties for him on the show as well. We have also done for Bougie, we've done a lovely, fur, one of our first scarves. And we've also done for Katlejo on Espresso. So we've done some beautiful accessories for him as well. So yes, it's been like an awesome journey so far. Okay, so for us staying updated with the latest accessory trends is understanding what in first. Right, sorry, I can't remember. Okay, so for us staying updated with the latest fashion and the latest accessory trends is making sure that we are firstly being true to ourselves, knowing that we are a brand that's very flamboyant, a brand that is very much African, and at the same time we also need to understand that as South Africans we are a part of a bigger world. So we've got to look into what's happening in Europe, what's happening in America, what's happening in Britain. We need to understand what fashion trends are currently happening, because fashion's like this little flood that happens, like a wave. It comes from somewhere and it hits us all, and when we look again, it's gone, and we're like, okay, so you got to kind of make sure you're doing your research in terms of what's going to be coming and what's not going to, be coming at all. But at the same time, the way we also try to stay updated is by being creative on ourselves and being, okay, this is going to work, this is not going to work for us, and then finding beautiful prints, that's also going to enhance what color scheme is coming in right now, what's the trend that's coming in right now. It doesn't, like, for example, if you're making a pink bow tie and, we know the color trends are more like neutral, it's autumn colors, you've got your beiges now, your army greens that are coming in right now, and you've got a bright pink. I mean, like, Ain't nobody got no time for that, No one's going to be wearing your pink bow tie. So it's very important to also do your market research, but then also researching it from an international point of view as well. Yes. I think autumn and winter trends that are currently happening as well is I find that there is a continuous recycling every single year of the same trends that are coming in. So I think if it was my, little 2 cents in terms of all, I think this is the time when we need to challenge the pattern, really decide, okay, if you're going to go today, go for a check and a floral. Let's merge the two together and let's see what comes from it as well. A little bit of a pop of color so you don't fade into, the seasons that we are in right now. That little autumny, olive greens. And so really try and challenge it in different patterns right now. Challenge it as well in terms of the color schemes. Don't be shy to pop a little bright orange, which is still within the palette of your autumn and your winter vibe, but really also making sure you're standing out. I know burgundy is a huge trend right now that's come in very, very strong. Burgundy, and then obviously your army green, which is always there. Autumns and winter, like you look around, you're like, okay, I sees you coming. I sees you. So it's also a great time for us to take out of our wardrobes those vintage pieces that we've bought before as well, to also then revamp them. But as I'm saying, when you've got that palette that is your autumn colors, try and also bring a little bit of a more of a pop. Bring in a little bright red if you can as well. Don't be shy for a little burnt orange, And if you're going to go with the maroon side, bring a little bit of more like a brighter color to it as well. So we not all fading away in this time as well, Because I understand we dress the way we feel, And that's exactly how we are feeling in this time as well. Yeah. I think my advice to any entrepreneur and fashion designer who's starting out right now is understanding the business. Make it your business to understand the business. And how do you do that? It's in terms of clients. First and foremost, we can design beautiful things. We can make the most incredible pieces. But if people are not buying it, then unfortunately, you're not going to have a brand that's going to grow. It'll be artwork in a gallery. So that's the first thing you need to understand, that you have to listen to the consumer. What are people speaking about? What do they like? How do they like it? So yes, from a designer's point of view, design your palette, create what it is that you want to, but also be aware that you have to listen to the consumer. If things are uncomfortable for them, alter it a bit as well. And then the most important thing is branding. Number one, build a brand that is strong. Build a following that is strong, because at the end of the day, people want to know, okay, this is what I am wearing, or this is who I am wearing. They'll be like, you wearing who? What's that? What's going on here? Huh? What's that? So understanding that the brand and your following is very, very important, because this is part of the business. So listen to your consumer. Build a strong, clean, fresh, understand what's happening, what's trending right now as well in terms of your branding, in terms of brand alignment. So all of those things. And then most important, perseverance. Persevere through everything. If this was meant for you, trust and believe that it's going to happen. And the journey is not going to happen overnight. We all look at Oprah Winfrey's success right now, and we're like, "Ooh, I could be myself some Oprah, Even if I bring it home, you look at someone like Punang, and who's been doing this for how many years? We're currently only seeing the success story now as it unravels, but she's been doing this for so many years. So at the end of the day, that for me is the advice of understanding that you have to just be patient. I know we're in the generation of instant gratification. You can Instagram it right now. You can see the shoes I'm wearing. You can see my new car I just bought right now. That's all perfectly fine. But rather want to do that in 20 years' time, because then those pictures won't even be pictures. They'll be canvases. You know what I'm saying? Canvases. They will be like, you. So rather you become the David Tales, the Bonangs, work and stay focused and keep your head in the game as well. And understand that you have to evolve all the time. You cannot be the same person you were in five years ago, nor can your fashion be the same, nor can your business be the same. You've got to grow, you've got to evolve. So I think that for me would be definitely perseverance, and that's the advice I could definitely give to any person who's starting out now as well. Oh wow! So the rest of 2017 for the JD collection is so exciting. We have a whole lot of exciting new things that will be coming out as well at the end of the year. We've been tapping into a lot of other projects that we've been like want to try to align the fashion to. So I think it's understanding what's going to work, what's not going to work right now. So yeah, there's a lot happening, and I think it's exciting. Very, very exciting. But we shall wait and see before anything is revealed. But definite growth. We're definitely going to be in more stores in South Africa. We are definitely going to be in more online stores as well in South Africa. And this is where I'm going to be tapping up because we have some international prospects as well. But until things are where they're supposed to be, that's the only time, we basically release the information. So for now, we are available on spree.co.za. We are on Zando. We are also with Big Bloom. We're in the Space South Africa, so it's Big Blue Stores South Africa, the Space South Africa, Soweto stores as well, and then what was the? I think it's shop online as well at www.jodideerling.co.za. Hi, I'm Jodi Deerling, and life is absolutely, totally pizzazz, and you're watching Skibani TV.